Who is trained? Such healing is not a part of the medical discipline.
What do I know of this?
You know more than any man alive. Aren't your books entire treatises on despair?
I can't cure despair. I only know how to tolerate it.
Then teach me how to tolerate a life of despair. You write that your mission is to save humankind from illusion and aimlessness, to create a new code of behavior, a new morality free of superstition. It's all there in your books. This is my offer. You enter my clinic for 30 days. I will observe and treat your medical illness daily. In return, you become my physician and help me talk about my life's concerns.
Look, I'm indebted to you. More than any man. You saved my life. I'm just a writer. I'm not a doctor.
You can pay your debt by saving my life, the way I saved yours.
So what? I do this for you to relieve my debt?
My motivation is entirely self-serving. I want to save my life. But are you strong enough to do this? I will persuade him that he is the only one who can help me.
And then what?
Then I will reverse the roles. He will once again be the patient, and I will be the physician.
And what happens when Nietzsche turns to you to cure his despair?
Ziggy, I'm convinced there's something healing in unburdening. Look at the Catholics. Their priests have been offering confessions for centuries. Nietzsche is a solitary man. Yet a few nights ago, he opened up to me. A real plea for help.
Help me.
What you saw in his unconscious desires. Those that, if they were liberated, could scream for help in daylight.
The goal of my talking cure is to liberate those buried desires, to allow the patient to ask for help openly.
But is liberation the right term? Isn't it integration that we are after?
Integration of the unconscious with the conscious. Yes. Yes, Sigmund. Very good.
Take a seat. Remove your stethoscope. And your coat as well. I made a list of your complaints. 1, you have a general unhappiness. 2, you're besieged by alien thoughts. 3, self-hatred. 4, fear of aging. 5, fear of death. 6, urges towards suicide. Anything else?
I feel completely remote and distant from my wife. Trapped in a world not of my own choosing.
And is that one more problem now? Or 2?
Now you make me feel uncomfortable.
It is my task to make you feel comfortless.
No, Professor, your approach is all wrong.
Mr. Breuer, we made an agreement.
Yeah. Mr. Breuer?
Do you want us to proceed, Mr. Breuer? You mentioned your wife last, which tells me it begins there. What initiated this change in your feelings toward her?
2 years ago, I took on the case of a young woman, this patient. I gave her the pseudonym Anna O. Suffers from what we doctors call hysterical behavior. Try to relax. During our daily meetings, she opened up to me, shared the details of every disturbing event of the last 24 hours. She called these confessions chimney sweeping. I prefer to call it the talking cure. Unfortunately, the course of treatment was terminated by its insane ending.
How?
I fell in love with my patient. She and her mother were friendly with my wife.
Bertha. What's wrong? Stop it, Bertha. What's
I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant with your husband's baby. Bertha. Here comes Dr. Breuer's little baby.
It was a delirium speaking, of course, her illness. But my wife forbade me to see her again.
What did you do?
I'm sorry, my dear. I cannot be your doctor anymore.
But I've done nothing wrong.
Of course you haven't. I will refer you to a colleague of mine. He will take good care of you.
Please don't let me go. Please.
I have no choice.
You will always be the only man in my life. Always.
Can you imagine how terrible it was to hear those words? They were evidence of the damage I had done. I left her weakened, crippled.
You are responsible for all of your thoughts and deeds. But she, by virtue of this so-called illness, she is exonerated from everything. Who has damaged whom? Who has weakened whom? Doesn't this cripple Bertha, as you call her, have greater power over you?
An excellent beginning. He even developed a list of my problems.
Breuer is a curious mix. Intelligent yet blind. Sincere but devious.
Let him continue to think that this is what we are doing.
He is possessed by a woman who shreds him to pieces, and he licks her bloody fangs.
I love it, Joseph.
What do you love, Freddy?
Tchaikovsky.
Why?
Swan Lake. Joseph, look! We're running out of time! Backwards! I'm going to pedal backwards! Faster, Joseph! Pedal faster!
Take me, Joseph. Take me.